Hello, good people. I hope you are doing fine this time. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you back to Brands Academy, where learning is made easy. Today, I would like us to dive into this amazing world of indigenous Kenyan games. Remember, in our first session of the touching on the indigenous Kenyan games, we talked about some of the rope games that are supposed to be taught in grade 8. I touched on 2 of the rope games, and I promised to take you through the remaining part. So I will still keep my part of the deal. After this video, I'll be touching on that area. So today I would like us to touch on the floor games. Floor games, these are an area that is supposed to be taught in grade 6. So you might be asking yourself, what are indigenous Kenyan games? Remember, these are games which has been traditionally played and developed by the local people of a particular community. Let me pose a question to you. Before I dive deep into these games, can you mention 2 of the games that you used to play when you were still young? So let me have your answer under the comment section, because I will be also writing my some of the games that I used to play when I was little under the comment section. So let's go direct to the floor games. Now you find that these are leisure activities played by children on the ground using small objects such as pebbles, marbles, or a piece of pottery to throw, catch, or pick. And you find that certain rules are followed as they play these games. And here I have some of the type of indigenous floor games. The first one, you find that we have Bano, we have Olomayo, Ogoti, Iguji, Ndalama, and Amakora. So I hope I have pronounced those games well. If not, please let me know how to pronounce some of those games, because they might be challenging me because of my first language. Now, let's start with the first game, that is Bano. So a brief description of this game, you find that it's played by 2 or more players, each having 2 or more marbles. And how is this game played? Because it's not good I just show you the video of the learner playing the game and I don't take you through how to play the game. It's good I tell you some of the ways the game is played, so that you can go through the procedural ways, so that you can also take part in playing. So how to play the game? First, make a small deep hole on the ground. You just make a small dip on the ground. After that, the first player to place 1 marble on the ground, then 4 spread finger width away from the hole. Then other marble is used as the shooter. Learners to take turns to try and hit the first marble with the shooter marble. Then each learner may shoot once in every turn by trying to hit the first marble into the hole. After that, a learner scores a point when they hit the marble into the hole. Once one successfully hits their marble into the hole, he or she is allowed to try and hit another learner's marble into the hole. The more marbles a player can hit into the hole, the higher their chances of becoming overall winner once all the marbles are hit. So those are the procedural ways that this game is played. But if I go through the procedural ways or the steps, you find that it differs with the way we used to play this game Bano, because there you are aiming someone's marble. When you hit someone's marble, you try to aim the hole. It's a score. If you are inside, if your finger is inside the hole, then you aim your opponent's marble, you hit it, that's a score. But this one is different. You are aiming someone's marble, then you aim the hole. So you find that now the strategy are different, but it's still the same thing there. So that's how you play the Bano game. Now the second game is Olomayo. So this name It's giving me some problem in pronouncing it. So a brief description, we find that this game is usually played by a group of children, often boys. So this one is usually played by boys. To play it, you need logs or small rocks of different sizes and shapes, as you can see on the diagram I have displayed on the video. Now, how do we play the game? First, mark a starting point and end point 40 to 60 meter apart on the ground, as you can see. Then place logs of different sizes and shapes at interval along the path where the learners are required to compete. After that, players to line up at the starting point facing the end point. Then on a signal, a shout or a clap, so those are the signal here, shout or clap, players are supposed to take turns to run towards the end point. After that, along the way, players must jump over or navigate around the obstacles. So you jump over or you navigate, you go beside the objects. Then the objective is to reach the end point as quickly as possible while successfully navigating the obstacle. So the first learner to reach the end point will be the winner, but you have to navigate the obstacles. You don't skip the obstacles. If you skip the obstacles, then you won't make it and you won't be declared the winner. So the first player to reach the end point is declared the winner. Only after navigating the obstacles, that's when you become the winner. As you can see, that's a game that I've displayed there on the video. So let's encourage our learners to participate in these games during breaks so that they can still get the skills that we are teaching them in the class. The third game is Amakora. So it's a game played by young boys and girls from different communities in Kenya. And how is the game played? To play this game, dig a wide and shallow hole on ground. Then you have to fill it with 20 to 30 pebbles or marbles. Players to sit in a circle around the hole. Then the first player picks up one of the pebbles and throws it up in the air. After that, when the pebble is still in the air, the player collects one pebble from the hole and then catches the descending pebble. So you collect the one from the hole, and you have, so here we have some skill which are being tested. For example, we have a skill of coordination. Coordination is a skill that is taught in under the component of physical fitness. So can you coordinate your hands and your eyes? So that's a skill that's being tested here. Then the player returns the pebble into the hole and picks 2 pebbles following the same steps. Then this goes on to 3 to 4 and so on until all pebbles are collected at once. Then the second round of the game involves throwing up all the pebbles into the air and trying to collect them with the back of the palm. Once all the players have had a chance, the pebbles are then counted, and the player who has collected the most pebbles is declared the winner. So that's how these games are played. I have not touched on all of the games, and so if there's any game you need me to touch on, let me know in the comment section, and I will try to take you through how the game is played, what is needed there, the skills that are being tested. Remember, at Brands Academy, we value your feedback. So let's know what we want us to deal with, be it in Kiswahili, be it in music, be it in visual art, be it in sport. Remember, you are the one who is in control of this channel. So your value matters. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. We love you. May God bless you.